What is up, you guys? It is Margot, and today I am filming the video to end all of my other videos. Probably the most requested video I get. I'm going to be talking about the law of attraction and manifestation and what that means to me and how it's worked in my life, and just kind of talking about that subject. If you guys don't really understand the concept of manifestation, I will explain to you in the best way that I would know how to describe it. Manifestation is essentially the outward expression of desire to bring something into your life. I think that might make sense. In the kind of same regard as manifestation is the law of attraction. So the law of attraction states that by focusing on positive or negative thoughts, you can bring positive or negative energies into your life. And more specifically, you can bring specific circumstances or specific desires that you put out back to you. So the whole idea is that what you're putting out into the universe will come back. But I think that there's a process to get there, and I think it's a very logical process, which is why I definitely believe in the law of attraction and manifestation. I don't think it has to be some like magical kooky thing that people talk about. There's a lot of logic behind it, so I want to talk to you guys about how I see it and how I go about manifesting things into my own life. So I guess a way that would make sense to do this video would just be kind of talking about the steps of manifestation and like talking through each of those and just making sense of it. When I was first introduced to the law of attraction, it was probably on YouTube, and it felt like something that I really wanted to get involved in and teach myself about, but it also kind of felt like sorcery and like magic and all this like universe talk and everything. I just thought, like I always just put it off and didn't allow myself to kind of delve into it until I realized probably a year later that I had already been manifesting and I had already been using the law of attraction, and I just wasn't calling it that because it is so logical and it makes sense and it fits into your life, and I just love it. So the first step of manifesting and kind of using the law of attraction is figuring out exactly what you do want to bring into your life. So I'm trying to find a good example to use. I think I'm going to use the example of somebody having an intention of wanting to travel more. So obviously you want to focus on positive energy things, not negative energy. So instead of saying, I don't want to be in my house as much, say, I want to get out of the house more and I want to travel. Or saying, I don't want to eat unhealthy foods anymore, say I'm going to nourish my body with healthy foods and understand my nutrition better. It's about having that positive mindset, because that positivity is going to put you in the right mindset to attract other positive things. So let's use the example of traveling for this video. I feel like that's probably something that a lot of people can relate to, so let's do it. So our intention is I intend to travel more. I want to get out in the world and I want to see more, and I want to go to different countries, and I want to experience cultures I've never experienced before. That is our intention for this video. Traveling for me has always been something really deep rooted in my family. Instead of doing like big Christmas gifts, our big gifts were going on trips. So we went to Italy one year, we've done California, we've done all these different family trips. But I've also put it on myself that I'm a mature enough individual, and I think I'm independent enough and savvy enough to travel by myself. So I understood that when I was younger, that was something I wanted to bring into my life and actually do that. It's so easy, especially now, to see all these travel bloggers and Instagrammers, whatever, posting all around the world, and you just think, oh, that's just something that they're doing, that's not attainable for me. That's not true. If you set your mind to it, you can make it happen. So anyways, I'm getting ahead of myself. First step is setting your intention. So we just set our intention. Next step is really putting your heart and soul into it and believing it and telling other people and really just putting it out into the universe. You have to believe that this is going to happen. Instead of saying, I want to travel more, you're saying, I am going to travel a lot within this next year, or in the next 2 years, I'm going to see more places than I've seen in my life up to this point. You're basically telling yourself a fact that it's going to happen. There's no way that you're gonna go through life and that is not going to happen. You're creating a rule book for the future, essentially. So now that we know that we want to travel and we've told ourselves and believed that we are going to travel, this is where the logic comes in. Once you put that thought into your head and you share it with other people, now it's part of your mindset and it's part of your decision making. Once you've accepted that that is part of your life now, you're going to make decisions based on that. So for example, this summer I've gotten invites to go on little weekend trips or go to different events. I could easily just say, no, I don't really know anyone. When I went to the Hamptons, I put up a vlog. I did not know anyone other than the people that I was in the car with going to the Hamptons, and I ended up leaving that weekend with a whole group of new friends. Such an amazing experience, just because I put it in my head this summer that I wanted to experience new things and meet new people. So when those opportunities come up, that's already my mindset, so I'm already prone to say yes. Really, manifesting and the law of attraction is just positioning your mind in a certain mindset that you are more open and willing to let these experiences and things into your life. So if you're even doing something a little more superficial, let's say, than traveling, and you're saying, I want to own this expensive car, whatever it may be, you have to do everything in your power to get to that point. And if you tell yourself that that's gonna happen, if you tell yourself, I'm going to buy the car of my dreams next year, you have to put everything for that dream forward. You have to work your butt off and make money. You have to stay motivated. You have to remind yourself of why you want that car. If you aren't doing that, I guess it's still attainable. Sure, you can make the money and whatever, but the intention isn't there and it's not gonna feel as good when you actually get there. Something else that's really cool about manifestation is kind of subconscious manifestation. So I've noticed that a lot in my life, especially from when I was younger, just things that I always said that I wanted to do or I wanted to experience or I wanted to be. And I'm realizing now that I'm living that life, and I thought that that was impossible when I was younger. Let me backtrack and I'll give you guys some examples. This story is actually crazy, and I think that it's wild that I'm sitting here and talking to you guys in like an informative way, because when I was 7 or 8 years old, I would follow my mom around the garden, and I had a stage name. My stage name was Elizabeth Cork. Don't wear it out. And I would say, hi everyone. I would have a fake audience, a fake TV. I would literally pretend that I was on like HGTV or something and say, hi everyone, it's Elizabeth Cork. Today we're seeding the garden. And I would explain exactly what I was doing right next to my mom. She thought it was the funniest thing ever. Fast forward 10 years, that's my job. Like, I'm literally sitting here and being an Elizabeth Cork, but it's Margot Lee instead. When I was younger, I really wanted to be a travel blogger, but I always thought that that was so crazy and that's totally out of the realm of something that I would be able to do, and that only very select few are travel bloggers. Of course, this was like totally before I started my social media and all of that. But guess what? In August, I'm going to Fiji with a company. I'm literally doing what I wanted to do when I was younger, just because that was always in my mindset. And if I thought that there was a path that might take me there, it's so deep rooted that that's something that I wanted to do, that I would take the steps to get there. When I was younger, I always wanted to be a teacher. So I didn't think that that was actually realistic, and I didn't think that I would be able to, I would love being a teacher year round, but I always loved the idea of teaching. And I realized the other day that that dream has come true because I've guest spoken in lectures, in multiple lectures. I've literally taught a grad class, a class about YouTube and analytics and everything. Like, my little brain was manifesting these things that I wanted to do. And everyone has stuff like this. Like, I'm not a special case. If you truly think about things that you wanted to do when you were younger, whether it was go to college or meet a great group of people or have a boyfriend or whatever it may be, think about what you have in your life thus far and be grateful for it. That's kind of the last step of manifestation, in my opinion, at least in this whole cycle. I think it's like an ongoing cycle, is recognizing what you have and what you have manifested into your life and being so grateful for that and recognizing the journey that that took. Going back to the logic, that really helps with understanding how your own manifestation works and the steps that you need to take in order to make something happen. I have a book called Change Your Life, And it's just a bunch of little quotes. So I've gone through this just reading at night or whatever, but I found a few quotes that really pertain to the law of attraction, so I'm gonna share them with you. So this quote is from Lewis Carroll. "One can't believe impossible things. I dare say you haven't had much practice," said the Queen. "When I was your age, I did it for half an hour a day. Why, sometimes I believed as many 6 impossible things before breakfast." So, throwback to my last video about happiness and productivity, I talked about doing a lot of things before breakfast. So if you start your day with intentions of getting things done and making things happen that you want to happen, you're attracting that positive energy into your life. If you're saying, today, this is my to-do list, this isn't what I want to get done, this is what I'm going to do today, and this is what I'm putting out there, this is what I'm gonna get back. I'm gonna be able to accomplish all these things and feel better about doing that. The Queen knows. The next quote is from Sheila Ballantine. "If you have enough fantasies, you're ready in the event that something happens." This is another really good point about manifestation. Because you're putting yourself in this mindset of making things happen and getting things done and having things work in the way that you want it to work, you're already preparing yourself for success. When the success comes, you'll understand why it came and know how to recreate that or even continue growing from that spot. So if you're dreaming enough and putting enough out there, you know that you should expect success and you know that you can push yourself further. This last quote is from Belva Davis. "Don't be afraid of the space between your dreams and reality. If you can dream it, you can make it so." Quote of the day. If you have the ability to know what you want and know what you need to do to attract it into your life, it's going to happen. It can be so big or so small, but recognizing that you have the ability to bring things into your life, that just means that you can do like everything that you want to do and more. I'm telling you that you can do and have anything that you want. So what are you gonna do with that? So something that Cardia Milan was talking about in her video of Law of Attraction, which I love, you guys should watch it. You guys know I'm obsessed with Cardia. Something that she talks about is how the whole process of manifestation is beneficial for everyone. Because if I know that I have the ability to bring things into my life, I'm gonna go about it in a very positive way. It's not gonna be something out of anger, something out of greed. I just know that I'm gonna live my life, and as I'm living my life, instead of just like freaking out, by living my life in a very positive way and knowing that I'm working towards goals to make myself as a being a better person, I'm gonna be a more positive influence to those around me. I know that good things come out of respect and love, and it's really just what you're putting out into the universe you're gonna get back. Like, if I have such a positive mindset about my own life, I'm gonna treat other people with more love and more respect because I want the same thing for them. Also, on the idea of law of attraction and the logic behind it, I think something that's so important is the way that you do treat other people. If I'm treating other people with genuine love and respect, like I have so much love for my friends, I have so much love for my family, and I let them know that. If you're putting out positive energy and giving positive energy to other people, they're gonna want to send it back to you. People are gonna want to help you with favors, or they're gonna want to connect you with their connections, and they want to grow your network because they think that your positive energy should be in other people's lives. That's only helping you get to your goal. By being a positive influence in your life and other people's lives, you will get that back because everything you're doing is pushing good things back to you. I think the most important part of being a human being is experiencing human connection. Also, you just have to deal with so many less toxic people in your life if you're being a genuine person. I've definitely dealt with toxic people in my life, whether that's friendships or relationships, but at the end of the day, I can recognize that those things aren't helping me get to my end goal. This was such like a ranty video, and I hope it made sense because I seriously feel like it was all over the place. But I really hope that you guys got something out of this and that I don't sound like a crazy person, because the law of attraction is so logical. Like, if you know that you want to get somewhere, you're gonna make your actions follow in those steps to get to that spot. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. You guys know that this topic means so much to me, and I'm really glad I could film this. If I feel like I'm learning more about the law of attraction, or if I just have more to say about it, I might make like a part 2 in like a year and talk about specific examples, or I can just do a whole video on that. I don't know what you guys want on this topic, or if it's too much like spiritual universe talk for you guys, but this is the stuff that gets me super excited. You guys can tell I'm like pumped talking about this, so I hope it helped you. I love you guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe and check out my Instagram. Yeah, love you. Mwah. Sending out all my good vibes.